story, it's Ever here. Okay, so I think this is going to be a week-long video again, and today is Monday, and I had issues uploading videos while I was away at Ultimate. So yeah, I think this is going to be a few videos put into one, like a few days. I'm not sure when the videos I was originally going to upload will run out, so I thought best just do a week long one again, and then hopefully next week it will get back to daily. Hopefully I'm going to go see Ethan and Layla later on, and probably I think we'll be doing a lot of written work today, just catching up on that, and yeah, just seeing where things go. Okay, so
no, I have to be on this side. On this side. On this side. On this side.
Okay, so we're at McDonald's and I've just finished uni. I'm with Layla and
Ethan!
and 1 minute. We've just ordered what we want from McDonald's. Surprise, surprise, Layla, what are you having?
Chicken nuggets and chips and a milkshake and a song.
And Ethan is actually having a change and he's having a quarter pounder.
Yeah.
Chips and a drink.
I'm having no baby food now.
It's not baby food.
Oh, technically it is.
Technically it's not. What are you doing, Layla?
Like, what are you doing? I'm like a rock star!
Okay, so I'm back back home. I've taken Ethan and Layla home, and I just put my dog out. We're having a little bit of a one. Hey boy! Come here! Oh, I see him. I couldn't see him for a second. But he's on a minute. Yeah, I really should wear my glasses on video, but I don't really like. But yeah, it's starting to rain, so I know I've had a video go up today, which is Monday, and I have a couple more videos to go up, so this video might be up at the end of the week, I don't know. So I'm just going to do whatever we do this week. I know tomorrow we're doing a presentation at uni, so that should be good. Tuesday I also have rehearsals. Wednesday I'm hoping to go back out with Hayley, because I still have my boot on, but I'm no longer on crutches. What else? Thursday, don't know. Uni. Friday, don't know. Probably, I don't know. I don't know what to do during the week. Small videos like reaction. I'll set up them next week, doing shorts and reaction videos and then putting them on, or if I should, and then like the end of the week do a big long video like I used to. I don't know, I'm back in that state of mind where I'm in a loss of what to do with a video right now. But anyway, so today's Tuesday, and yeah, I'm doing bits in reverse order. I'm going to show a little bit what we did at uni today, whilst I give a presentation, and then if my battery is charged in time, I'll record some of the rehearsals. Okay, so this is my experiencing the workplace presentation. I combine the model of teaching and learning in with my experiencing workplace. This is because originally I was going to do a showcase, but with all the work I add on and the timing to get it all put together, and the madness it was caused, I had a meeting with Jason and we thought it would be best if I did the workshop assistant in one of his classes. I worked at the School of Arts, and clues in the title is a school of the arts that is that the dance, drama, photography, media, family teaches people from 16 upwards, other people in college. In 2017, Wrigley College was awarded University Centre status, allowing students to achieve an higher education accredited by the University Centre in Lancashire from a college which is why we're able to do this course. Who I worked with Jason Anders and his level 3 year 2 classes. I felt that working with level 3 year 2 they would benefit from workshops. I'd be able to do more studying at university or into work, and I thought that would benefit greatly. And my role as workshop assistant leader was to support Jason in supporting his students to express their own ideas and imagination, chat and time told the basic outline master plan of week 1, what is autism. This was done as a 10-mark kind of lesson, and I showed the groups videos were filmed at depicted people with autism, even share my own experience. Week 2 was how to support people with autism with performing arts. This was on this lecture. For this lesson I talked about how it's the best way to support a person with autism, and for this I talked about Maslow and 5 things system. Week 3 was stimulating how my autism affects me. This is good for practical. For this I worked alongside Jason. We worked together where I found 3 or 4 songs and Jason overlapped them where it was just one big noise. And week 4 I asked them to perform a piece about disability. This was practical, and they did a monologue where they performed it and did it in their own way and own style. Okay, this is clip 1 of one of the lessons I did.
Wanting to create company. So on step 1 already, and even for a step up here, if you want to put a place to form, it's open to everybody. If you want to pass some shows, form, and just on that backstage. Just play the last bit on that.
First lesson where I talked about Watch versus Autistic Theatre Company, and then I just showed a trailer of a play that I'm doing and explained how Watch is benefiting people with autism. It's an exclusive theatre company, primarily for people with autism, but anybody can come along. This is the second clip that shows when I talked about Maslow.
Can I just ask, is anybody in here epileptic or has aversion to sound or to flashing lights, sound noises or anything like that? Okay, so next week, I kind of want to see if I can create what my autism is like for me, and then I can get people to experience it. So I just want to make sure that no one here is autistic, no one here is epileptic, sound aversion or light aversion, like flashing lights and that thing.
What did that say?
really bad noises.
Is it like kind of accurate that it's squeaking very
No. It's more like banging pans and stuff like that. No, but yeah, no, I won't use all that.
It's kind of weird,
Flashing lights, you know like when you're in like a club and you get those flashing like backpacking? Yeah, it's one thing I'll do, like try and explore, like see if I can.
Okay, this is actually that letter that I was just talking about. I asked him a question if anybody was like sensitive for epilepsy because I didn't want to try anesthesia or to get stressed themselves. But this is actually some of the lessons. If you think it might affect you on screen, if you just want to step out. But not that way. Oh.
You're guilty. You're going to go next 2 months to the general public. Otherwise, you're going to charge with public indecency.
Objection, you say.
He is found you guilty. Hammer. Send her down.
Ladies and gentlemen, please bear in mind, a barrister is actually a lawyer, not a judge. Right!
Well, this in this case.
Objection. I'm objecting to your question.
Well, I mean, any lawyer's Paris gets would be competent.
Wait, what word? You bought yourself a mega pint of wine, didn't you?
Mega pint is not a thing. It's a court of law. You are not permitted to speak until you're spoken to by the judge.
What word?
I can speak.
What word did you say? What word?
Tommy, here's a question for you.
Yes.
Hearsay.
Yeah.
You are making a mockery of this courtroom, Ms. Dakota.
I am not Mr. Advocate.
I said Miss.
You're looking Johnny Depp versus Amber.
Objection! Who gives a crap?
everyone, so today is Wednesday and back in uni. Yeah, today we're doing show back. So I'm showing back a film that I made, which I posted on YouTube the other week, called Where's Heather, and yeah, I'm excited to see how the class react to it, because they've not seen the film yet, or done the film. So yeah, and I just realised I'm wearing the same top as what I wore in some of the scenes, and that was quite unintentional. But yeah, and then today I'm going to go see Hayley, and then I'm going to work out what I'm doing, because I don't know if I've lost one of my memory cards over the weekend. I'm going to work out how I'm going to do these videos and everything. So yeah, hopefully I can find some of it. If not, I have videos I can upload, so it's no problem. Okay, so I'm out with Hayley. This is the first time I've seen Hayley in 2 weeks. 1 second.
I got Simon.
Where's Hayley?
Yep.
She's having burger and chips for her
I
dinner.
got Simon.
And she's got Simon. Oh, okay. 1 second. I'm just waiting for my dinner to come. I'm having a chicken burger. My hair looks really fluffy today. I don't know why. But yeah, I've got having chicken burger and chips, and yeah, I'm just waiting for that to come. And then I think we might have some pancakes. Yeah, I think I was a little bit mad when I ordered my burger. Okay, so yesterday I didn't get any intros done. So this is my intro for Thursday. All I meant to do today was I was busy doing my uni work, and then we just did like what's called a Viva Voce, talking about my applied project and things like that. So if it's downloaded, that's what that video is now.
This is Wigan and Leigh College, Foundation Degree Year 2, Performance and Education. This is the applied project for Performance module, and today it is the Viva Voce about the final projects, and I'm talking to Heather Sharp about her piece titled Where's Heather? So Heather, my first question is, what made you come up with the idea, and did it link to any similar work that you were looking at last year?
Initially, it didn't link. It's just kind of like gone full circle. Because originally I just wanted to look at escape rooms and working as a team and that kind of aspect of it. And maybe like combining the teamwork into everyday things that's going on, if that be financial struggles, if that be discrimination in some way. But it just kind of came back full circle because I was looking at things on YouTube and other social media sites, and I saw how people were still continuing to use that as a platform for storytelling. And I thought, well, still keep the teamwork aspect in, but then bring it back round to what I did last year with the ARGs, and because there's so many new ones coming out now, like these the back rooms, and there's other ones coming out, and then like there's been this surge of things called analog horror. So I kind of like brought it back round full circle and kind of went back down that route of keeping it like, oh, it's done on social media with the ARGs and the new ways, the analog horror that's being done at the minute, and yeah, it just came back full circle.
So it was a case of then starting to research and look a bit deeper into those aspects. So just kind of give me a quick overview of what's meant by analog horror, just in case anyone's not sure what that is.
Analog horror is when it's kind of like filmed on an old VHS camera.
Right, okay. Like a found footage type thing.
Yeah,
okay.
Found footage kind of videos, and it's kind of like filmed on a VHS video camera, or they'll put a VHS effect over
Right,
it
to make it look old school. kind of
Yeah.
thing, yeah, okay.
and then there's no actual character as such. It's all done in first person perspective, like it's like you're the character,
Right, okay.
and it's being seen through your eyes. It's like it's you, this is happening to, and you don't always see the monster, you don't always see the creature or what's behind the curtain, kind of like a Wizard of Oz thing, where like you don't necessarily see what's behind that curtain, but you know something's not quite right with it, so you kind of like you're a character, and again it goes back to like the choose your adventure style things as well.
So it's storytelling, but it's
Yeah.
not necessarily traditional in that there's a mystery element. So does the viewer, so the viewer is placed in the context of the kind of central character,
Yeah,
without necessarily knowing all the answers or being told everything. They
Yeah.
kind of piece it together as they go along.
yeah,
And there's quite a lot of developments, isn't there, in that area? Obviously, you've touched on that already with your work last year, and it's certainly something that interests you.
yeah.
So you looked at analogue horror. What other aspects did you look at for part of your research?
I looked at escape rooms and how they've kind of like progressed as well, because I looked at TV shows like The Crystal Maze. In that research, like they said
Classic
that
stuff.
technically that's not an escape room, because in escape room you have a time limit.
Okay.
Where in Crystal Maze, yeah, you do have a time limit, because like you have the things where you might get locked in the room, or
The automatic locking.
yeah,
I remember that.
or they'll say like, okay, like this is then you get towards the end, say no, like come out. So that's technically not an escape room as such, but escape rooms kind of like taken some of that elements of it and adapted it,
Right, okay.
or they've enhanced it,
Okay.
or evolved it, so like they can use it where you're locked in that room,
Uh-huh.
and they kind of like use that element of it where it's kind of like, and that working as a team, and that was the other side of it that really interested me, because the six of us who's left on this course now, we've known each other for 4 years, and we've kind of built a strong knit between the six of us. So it was kind of like I like seeing their reaction to it as well.
So it's also kind of utilising the extent of people's friendship as part of this. So it's it's a performance, but there's kind of parameters in terms of problems to solve.
Yeah.
And this whole aspect of either finding something or escaping from something.
Yeah.
Can you just give me a little bit of an overview as well of the notion of what's meant by back rooms? Because that's another interesting thing that you've looked at.
Back rooms is something that's recently just kind of blown up. The guy who came up with this idea, he just started it off where it was in a person was doing something like what we do, just like getting on the camera, just randomly coming up with a idea, and at the start of the first video that he uploaded, it shows just some friends filming something, messing around. It could be just some friends messing around, it could be like a college project, it could have been anything, and they were just filming this piece, and then like one of them kind of like leans against the wall or steps back and falls, and next thing they're in the back rooms, where she just like this room, or this maze of rooms that's kind of like a yellowy colour, and he's got to try and get out, and then there's this monster, this creature chasing him. But we don't actually see it till the very last second. We see it go past the door.
Oh, right, okay.
And we can like see it peek round the corner. But then we don't actually see it until it grabs him and chucks him down a hole. So again, it was kind of like that element of knowing there's a creature there, but not seeing it.
It's like threat and fear.
Yeah.
Rather than exposing the creature that's chasing someone.
Yeah, like the way I did it was I used sounds rather than actually having something physical.
Right.
So the way I kind of switched that was when I showed myself as well, I was in the back rooms, I used sound instead of having something physically, which I think having the sound as well, like that kind of like makes it where, because you can't actually see it, you don't know where it is, but you can still hear it.
It's a nice concept, that. So fear and anxiety and tension, you're using sound to kind of convey that and to evoke that within the people who took part in it.
Yeah.
So the back rooms then, is it like a kind of other dimension, like another universe,
That
or
is
like
what
a parallel thing?
That's the way it's described. Everyone's got like different ideas on what it is. Some people think it's something like the Matrix, when they get unplugged from the machines and that's the reality.
Ah, right, okay. So is it linked to kind of conspiracy theories and things like that?
I wouldn't say linked as such, but people are coming up with conspiracy theories.
So it's essentially created a kind of location almost for lots of variations of stories to take place in this imagined world.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. So you went through quite an extensive research then, obviously. Yeah. So how did your piece evolve, and did it change along the way from how you first envisaged it?
Like I said, originally like it was just going to be an escape room, and then I was watching things and it's kind of like, oh yeah, I could work that in, and I could work that in, and I can take pieces of that. So the concept and the idea didn't exactly change, but the things that I put in and the expanse of it changed. The actual idea stayed the same, because my idea always was to have an escape room in here, and just like it was just going to be like having us all working as a team, or having them working as a team and me being kind of like watching them and observing them. And then it just kind of like, I saw so many things like, oh yeah, actually I could work that in, and I could work that in, and then like the real story aspect of it came in, and so it expanded, but I wouldn't say changed.
Right. I'm going to ask you what your favourite part was. I know what my favourite part was. Is when we'd already arranged that he said, right, well, get the group together. And what was really interesting is they were already asking the question, which was the title of the piece. Yeah. Where's Heather? And I was having to come up with lots of, I'm not sure. She must have gone to do the photocopier, or she's in the other room. She'll be in shortly. And then it was like the mystery was starting to develop. Until the point where they got the note that you'd sent with another student, and then the game began. Yeah,
I think it was kind of like the reaction afterwards, and watching the clips back, just like the reaction to it, it's kind of like, okay, because I think once we realised, saw the things, and we thought, hold on, this is something that's been set up, but we'll still count about, wait a minute. You know, it was just kind of like seeing the reaction and seeing them kind of like, what's going on? Yeah. I think they really entered into the spirit of it. Yeah. I think, once they understood, and I think maybe what helped as well is they understand the concept of this type of interactive performance, so they were very much going with the flow and kind of reacting how you expected them to. I think as well, like with the teamwork aspect of it, the fact that we did work as a team. Yes, and the fact that it was just kind of like, right, okay. And one of the things that I had actually realised is how much people listen to what I say. Yeah. When we're just having a general conversation. Yeah. how much they'd taken in.
Yes.
Because one of the things that I gave was a picture of one of my favourite characters from the books, and I said, right, they probably won't really know that one, so I'll give them a clue, or that one I will allow them to say, can we have a hint? But it was kind of like, James Carr said, really, is there somebody in the college court? And this one was like, no, Jem, which was his name shortened, and then we spotted that's Heather's nickname, and she talked about that character.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like, oh look, there's that picture, but so we found like we got that.
Yeah.
And then I had a cup with the asexual flag on, and it was kind of like looking around for flags, and then I think the question was something along the lines of what's the aim, the LGBTQ plus, and we said straight away asexuality, which again, I know that they're really open-minded, and the fact that they're really understanding in that aspect as well. But it was the fact that they take on what I'd said, the fact that I'm asexual and other things like that, and the fact that they wait a minute, but everyone's asexual, she means that. And it was just kind of like little things like that.
Fascinating watching them piece the clues together. It was interesting as well to also kind of see that as an observer, you know. Very interesting. So I mean, you've had a chance to look back on it now. Any aspects of it that you would change?
I would have loved to have the chance, like, to add, like, maybe stretch the story out a bit. And have something where, like, if they hadn't have found the clue, one of them gets brought in, and then maybe like the rest of them who's here then have to figure out a way to get both of us out, and we have to figure out a way to get out.
That's interesting.
So I would have loved to have done an whole story with it.
I suppose you've got the framework there, haven't you? So if you ever got the opportunity to go back, you've got the structure and the framework to introduce something like that, which sounds very, very interesting. So let's say you're in a position where you acquired funding or you had money. Would that have made a difference in terms of what you may have done?
I think, because I would have added a bigger area, and I would have been able, like, to have the software to put creatures in.
Oh, interesting.
And things like that, and maybe add software where it's obvious where I am, but like change the colours of the stairs, or change colours a little bit, or maybe something like not live streaming it, but that kind of like feeling of it kind of thing, and
or maybe a different location altogether. Excellent. It sounds very, very interesting, and a really great concept. And thank you very much for giving us an insight into your starting points and process. Thank you, Heather.
No problem.
Okay, so I think I'm going to wrap this video up here because I'm not in the best of moods today, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm really not in a good place today. A minute. So I think I'm going to wrap this video up here today. I'm not going anywhere today. I'm not in the best of moods. I'm really not in a good place today. My anxiety is bad, my depression's bad. I think the furthest I'm going to go is to go and get my tablet from the chemist. I'm not going to do that last thing. I'm just not in a good shape of mind today. I received a very nice letter from ESA saying that they had been overpaying me and I should have informed them that I went back to uni, which I did. I informed them 2 years ago. They're also saying that they never received any of the information that I sent, so I basically have to pay for their mistake. Pay back what they've said I've been overpaid when I sent everything off and she was like, oh well, we can have a look back, see if we can find, and we'll find this thing that you sent in, and I said, no, I said, you won't, because you've lost it. Anyway, but she was like adamant that, oh yeah, there's a paper trail, if it's here it'll turn up, and I was like, do you want to bet? I know they won't find it, because it's taken them 2 years to let me know that they never received it. So I finished the course in 2 weeks a week now. So yeah, it's so annoying because I did everything right, and now I'm paying for doing everything right, and I'm now down on my money. I am put in for a job at More Than Words. I was on the website and saw they're looking for bank staff and volunteer staff, so I put that in, and I think if I got that I will be able to come off ESA anyway, because it seems like a really good job and seems someplace awesome. What else? I've also just been on the phone to the venue where Liverpool Comic Con is next week, and I've said, look, I'm in a boot, I've fractured my foot, I'm still in the boot. Likelihood is I'm going to be on crutches because I can't stand for long periods of time, and etc, etc. And I got told basically nothing we can do, we can't put you on access or priority. I'm like, well, you know, I can't stand in the queue for a long time. And I was like, well, just see the stewards. I'm just like, and I'm not blaming Liverpool Comic Con. Come here, boy. Not blaming Liverpool Comic Con. I know Midnight had issues when we went last year, when they broke the tour and they was in like a shoe. I know they had issues, but it's just you don't expect to book your tickets and then fracture your ankle or something like that. But anyway, yeah, I think I am going to mind this video up because I'm not in a good headspace. I might do some small videos later on. But anyway, for now, I'm going to say love you lots like jelly tots, and I'll keep it looking weird. Bye, see ya.